everyone, and welcome back to Team of the Week for round number 10. We had two blisteringly good matches and a whole pile of outstanding tries to bring your way in this week's edition of Team of the Week. So we're going to kick things off at the start like we always do with the try of the week. The winner from round 9. Now there's 3 contestants, there can only be one winner, and that will be revealed very shortly. First in third place is a try from Owen Richards from the Guardians of the Crib. He picked up 17% of the votes. Second place, Heston Gardner's try, also for the Guardians of the Crib, but it was only one number 1, and that goes to, of course, Ian McDonald with that absolute beauty of a try for the Cornflakers. Half of the votes going his way, and this is exactly how it looked. Big, strong runner of the ball. Big has stolen it. Smith away for Rogers. Here's Heikkinen again. He's got numbers at the board. It's McDonald. Flicks away 1. Oh, and a 2. He's still going. This will be a miracle try. Oh, how does he do it? That is simply outstanding. That one was an absolute classic, an absolute stunning try from McDonald, the big man in the second row. So, to match that, I think we've gone even better in round 10. We have 4 tries to pick from. So, as always, hit that link up in the description for the straw poll. Have your say, have your vote as to what you think is the best out of these 4 tries coming your way. We'll kick things off with a man from the Cornflakers, Douglas Eddington. This little ripper, they scored some stunners in this match, but this one is pick number 1. What do you think? The Flakers seem to have lost their direction a bit here. Here's pulled a big ball, and Naleki Solomon, over the top he goes, centers the ball, it's drifting all over the show. Eddington, try! He's got a try! Oh, that was absolutely brilliant! Try of the week, a nominee number 2 goes to the fellow Cornflaker, Tom Harris, for the scorching try as well. Scored beautifully after a nice little chip through as well. These are some great tries from the Flakers. Is this one better than the first? Not enough red jumpers. It's back to the Flakers. It's away. Grab a kick. Here's Harris. Try. Oh, it's a try. It's a miracle try. So that's all we have to see from the Flakers. Now we move into our second match of the week, and this is the All Flakes and their try from Braden Rudman. This one was an absolute ripper as well. These are some absolute stunning tries. Is this the try of the week? Full 7-man line out. Oh, stolen in the middle. Away they go. Rudman, end to end. Holton, Onley, nice ball away from Priggs. Logan Priggs running. Oh, again, Towton takes him down. Smelts quickly recycles the ball, takes a box kick, up goes Top still going, somehow gets to Ryan Taylor, Onley, away to Holton to Ryan on bulldozer, get out of the way, Rodman, oh that's a bad, what a try for the All Flakes. Nothing take your fancy just yet, well as they say, saving possibly the best to last. This one has already been claimed by some of you guys as the try of the year in the comments. But what do you personally think? Is this your number 1 for round 10? Don't forget to vote and have your say. It's Brett Hartley, and it is the absolute creamer of the week. One-man play, looking for the options and numbers. Colby, back upfield. Rhodes, Orion intercepts. Reeve, away to Priest, destroying the ball around. Ollie to Holton. Holton now looks upfield. He puts the kick away. Here comes Logan Priest. He's the quickest man out there. Running. The ball bounces. No one wants it. Oh, it's Hartley. Oh, what a try. So there is your 4 nominees for Try of the Week from round number 10. Get to that straw poll. Have your say as to what you think was the best try out of round 10 of the subscriber series. 4 tries, Douglas Eddington, Tom Harris, Braden Rudman, Brett Hartley. 2 from the Flakers, 2 from the All Flakes. Poor old Guardians only scored 1 try in the round of 10 and unfortunately does not make the list. So get your say in, have your vote on the try of the week. Alrighty, so moving swiftly on from that, we have the big statistics coming out of the competition after 10 rounds of play. There's not long left till the big game start as well, so these men that we're going to have a look at now will be key for the remaining weeks of the tournament. We'll start things off with the most successful tackles so far in the competition up to this round, and leading the way, a newcomer to the top spot, Ivan Ferryland, with 39 successful tackles so far. He has been a defensive powerhouse, but right on his tail, two men who are doing just exactly the same. Elliot Malpass on 37 alongside Ian McDonald also on 37. Those two definitely still within chance of taking that top spot. Guthrie Heads comes in at number 4 with 35. Tip Top, who had an absolute stunning match in round 10, this there on 34. Owen Richards on 30. Liam Robinson 29, and Marshall Hanna rounds out the tackle count top list with 27. The more interesting, though, we move on to meters gained. Now, this one is really interesting this week because there's been a few players who have absolutely rocketed up this list. Still leading the way by a decent margin is Jonathan Craneen, who is absolutely carving things up from his number 10 jumper. He is guiding his team brilliantly with his decisive runs through the middle of defensive lines, cutting them up with each 648 meters is a whole pile of meters run. In second, and just rocketing out of nowhere, is Braden Rudman, 496 meters. What a massive amount from Braden Rudman. Also storming up the leaderboard is Mitchell Otley, 432 meters. These men have been doing some real running over this last week as well, piling themselves straight up this leaderboard. In fourth spot will be Mr. Consistent Lou Jones, who always does everything right. He's on 382 meters. Andrew McFadden is right on his tail on 376. Then it's Luca Neotes just behind on 343. Just 10 meters behind Neotes is Aidan Adeleke Solomon. Another solid display sees him on 333 meters. Marshall Hanna sits behind there on 291. Kieran Jones makes his way into the list on 289. And Roddy Clozan closes out on 271. Now those are the guys that stop runs and make the big meters. But the ones that really matter are the ones that score the tries. And leading the way with the try scoring is no longer Jonathan Craneen with 5. He has been ousted at the top of the leaderboard by Mitchell Otley, who now has 6 tries to his name and leads outright the top of the table. Craneen on 5 sits second, but he has company with Kieran Jones and Aidan Adeleke Solomon also on 5 tries. A whole host of players sit just one further back. Logan Priest, Douglas Eddington, Will Rogers, Pierre Valentine, Ruby Floyd, and now Tom Harris as well, all sit with 4 tries ready to pounce on the leaderboard. That one is very, very tight. But as all rugby watchers know, it's not only the tries that get you points on the board. The goal kicking, very, very important. We can see as we look at the points scorers now that really is key in this series as well. Leading the way, although he has for a long time, is still Jonathan Craneen with 54 points to his name, picking up 4 points in that last big match that really held him just in the top spot, because Douglas Eddington is coming for number 1. He is on 51 points, just 3 behind. If Craneen had not had a cracker in the last match, he could have stormed his way into top spot. Another man coming up the leaderboard is Braden Rudman. 42 points for him, and he is looking better and better in that number 10 jumper as well. Mitchell Watley's there on 30, still a long way off for the try scorers. Riley Crozan's there on 28. James Dooley also 25. A lot of these guys doing the kicking. Aidan Adeleke Solomon also on 25, along with David Sloan and Kieran Jones. So plenty of men in there that are surely capable of racing up that leaderboard, but Craneen and Eddington lead the way convincingly at the moment. Alrighty, so that is the league leaders done and dusted. They're the ones making the meters, making the points, and putting their names into lights. But we still have, of course, the team of the week to go. The best 15 players from each position from the last round, round 10. Let's dig into it. Of course, starting in the front row, 3 men, 2 props and a hooker. We have Sol Solomon, Sam Halliday, and Chris Smith. Now, this could be a bit contentious. Sol Solomon takes the number 1 jersey, but special credit has to be given to Steve Gallagher on this one, because he was outstanding for his side as well. Should have been there in an all Flakers front row, but I think, just personal opinion, that Sol Solomon's impact from the loose head side for the All Flakes was very, very special, picking up a rare try for a front rower, and he just pips Gallagher for that loose head side of the front row. Sam Halliday, he's been building better and better as the weeks have gone on, and last week, round 10, was where he really shone. But last but not least, Chris Smith, well, he is an absolute superstar, and with that, something new as well. Chris Smith takes Player of the Week as well. He has been my standout, my superstar of the week. Not very often we'll go to a front rower, but I think this one is definitely very well deserved, and I think a lot of you guys commented as well that Chris Smith was always going to be the standout. Everyone involves Smith in their comments, which just deserves him the big star. Straight off the whistle, we have that given out to our tight head prop. Into the second row, and we have one from the All Flakes, one from the Guardians. It goes to Liam Robinson and Gubry Heads, the second row going to those two. Just great performances. Gubry Head played very well, but I think one man that deserves a mention is Jake Waller. He played very well in the second row, and I think we will see him there definitely again in the future. But Robinson and Heads were a top class, stealing line-out ball and generally running around the field very well. They both come from packs that didn't dominate the matches too much. Of course, that was the Flakers front row that really dominated, but the Guardians still had the run around from their second rowers, which is always so important. Into the back row, and we have first up from the Guardians of the Crib, Ronan Calvert. I think he was a bit of a standout in the team that was really struggling around the field. But number 7 goes to the All Flakes, Tip Top, who had easily his best performance in this series, no question whatsoever. Number 8, another one from the Guardians, Finley Wilcox. Now, this man was ever present around the field, and he had a stunning match for the Guardians. Into the back line now, and this is where we really see the successful side, the Flakers, storm into contention throughout this team. Haven't had too much interest in the forwards, but in the backs, Ollie Poulter, we start things off with him. The Flakers halfback, scrum half, makes his name as the best, number 9 from round 10. Into the fly halves, and Braden Rudman from the All Flakes. I think he was absolutely sublime. The try he scored, as we saw, already in contention for try of the week. It was an absolute brilliant try as well. He guided play, and as you can tell by the meters gained table, he carved everyone up absolutely to ribbons. Into the centre pairing, and this one goes to the Flakers centres, Douglas Eddington and Tony Cesaro. They were brilliant together and fully deserve those 12 and 13 jumpers. They directed through the middle and distributed very well to their wingers, who were very grateful for the ball they got. Of course, Eddington was the one that grabbed it through for the Tom Harris try as well. Really put them in a great position, scoring plenty of points and setting up plenty of line breaks. On the wings, we've got Kieran Jones from the Guardians on the left and Tom Harris from the Flakers on the right. They were just brilliant. Kieran Jones scoring the only try for the Guardians, and Tom Harris, he's always so electric, so quick off the mark, and so difficult to keep contained. He takes the right wing. At fullback, we have a man from the All Flakes, George Lamb, very involved in the match. Not very often you see a fullback coming up, but whenever you see number 15 join the attacking or defensive line, it's always good to see making an involvement and not sitting in the back and just ball watching, as it were. So George Lamb takes the award for his involvement in the match and generally defensive work against the Stormers. Well, there it is. There is my 15, my team of the week for round number 10. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments as per always. And of course, stick around and stay tuned, because we have round 11 kicking off very, very soon. Great matches still to come, of course. And then we're into the playoffs where, well, anything can happen, because as you guys said in the comments, the Guardians really were the team dominating this competition, and a loss, if anything, for the overall scheme of this tournament is good for the competition. Every subscriber side going 1 win, 1 loss against their nearest rivals, which just makes this absolutely wide open when we get to the knockout games later on in the tournament. Who's going to make it? Who's going to get knocked out? So much could happen, so much happening, so much excitement. It's going to be brilliant. Season 1 of the subscriber series is living up to all the hype. So thank you all for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. As per always, if you are, give the video a thumbs up if you want to see more of this. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the future episodes as well. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying. And of course, I'll see you very soon for round 11 of the tournament. Until then, take care.